moving on to today's notes. We're talking about characteristics of the graphs. The graph has a minimum value when it opens up. So it's not a test you need to study for. It's not a passing test. It's like a career strengths test. Like,
why do we gotta take it for like, I'm like already a citizen? Why is it like a graduation requirement?
Because they don't have the AIMS test as a graduation requirement anymore, so they want something in there.
Well, what do you even like study from now? Like just basic American law?
It's like, I've seen some of the questions and they're like really easy. It's like, who's our president? Yeah, who's the current president? Or like it lists like 4 people and it's like, which of these has been a president? And it's like crazy people who would have never like.
Like says like I looked it up and it says like a bunch of Americans failed it. What do you think I passed?
Okay, so it has a maximum value if it opens down. So like a mountain shape. Okay. Domain is all the possible x or y. X. And range is y. Lowercase? A function is said to be increasing if it has a positive slope between 2 points. Increasing, I can spell. And then it's said to be decreasing if it has a negative slope. Okay. So this one wants me to find the maximum or minimum value of this graph and then describe the domain and range and where the function is increasing and decreasing. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to graph this on my calculator that I remembered to pick off when I said grab a calculator for today. If you didn't grab one, now's the time to grab one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually graph it. So is this a maximum or a minimum value? Minimum. So I'm going to write the word minimum right here. And then because I know it's a minimum value, what I can do is I can, on the calculator, I can... just do your best. Like if you do like a mountain shape and it looks like this, obviously it matters. So I was going to use the calculator to tell me where my minimum is. So my first step is to go to second trace. Okay, and then we said it was a minimum, so what choice do I want to pick? Minimum, so press 3. Okay, then I'm going to go to the left of the minimum and press enter. You arrow to the left with the arrows right here. So, look, my minimum is right here, right? Is my black dot to the left of that? Yes, so then I would press enter. Then my next step is to go to the right of the minimum and press enter twice. When you get to the right, yeah, you press enter twice. Because it wants you to guess, but you don't have to guess. I don't know why. It makes you guess. So I'm here, I press enter twice, and now it tells me at the bottom in blue, it says minimum, and calculator sometimes has a really hard time rounding. I don't know why. But this rounds to 2, -3. Press, if yours says left bound, it means you haven't hit enter on the left side. And then it should say right bound, and you move to the right and press enter twice.
How do you press arrow to the left side?
The yellow arrow moves the dot. See? Then you press the enter button. Oh.
And where's the minimum at?
The calculator should tell you. So right here, it says left bound. I'm going to move to the left side of my vertex. I press enter. Now it says right bound in black. So I move to the right side of the vertex. I press enter. It says guess. I just press enter one more time. And then it'll tell me, see, I don't know why. It has a hard time rounding. It says minimum, and this would round to -2, -3. Questions? Yeah. Okay. So, second trace. You're good there, right? You're still graphing? Okay, so I've done second trace. Is anyone lost at this step? Okay. Anyone confused on getting here? So I press the blue second button, and then I press the yellow trace button. Okay, then I want to choose choice 3 for minimum, because my graph has a minimum. It says left bound. So what I need to do now is I want to move to the left side of my vertex. So you see my black flashing dot is like right here. Yours might not start in the middle. You just want it on the left side somewhere. Anywhere on the left side. And then once it's on the left side, I press enter. And now it's going to say right bound, so I want to move it so it's on the right side of my vertex. Anywhere on the right, just has to be on the right. I press enter twice, and then it will tell me my minimum. So, like I said, sometimes it has trouble rounding. -2, -3. Just kidding, +2. I don't know why I said -2. It is +2. Okay, so questions on finding the minimum. The minimum is the vertex, yes. But the other way to find the vertex is using the vertex formulas from yesterday. So you can either use the calculator to tell you the vertex, or you can use the vertex formulas from yesterday. Okay, then you can use the vertex formula. Okay, then it also, I want to sketch this graph. Okay, so this one wants me to say my domain and range. So my domain for this graph is what? Do you guys remember? Yeah, the way we say that is all real numbers. Anything can be plugged in for x. I do not know how to spell the word real. Okay, so that means it's going to go left and right forever. I'll let you in on a little hint. All of the quadratic functions are all real numbers for domain. So on the test, when it asks you, give me the domain of this graph, all of them will all be all real numbers. I don't, huh? Yeah, it just keeps getting wider and wider. We just can't see it. I don't know when we're taking the test, but we're taking the quiz next Tuesday. And the quiz is just on everything we learned last week and today. Yesterday and today. Yesterday, today, and everything we learned last week. We're taking the quiz next Tuesday. Why do you keep doing this? You would scare everyone. My range is my y values. So notice I start at -3 and go upwards from there. Right? For my y values. Does everyone agree with me that this point is at -3 for the y? Okay. All the other y value points go up from there, correct? Okay. So then the way I write my range is y is greater than or equal to -3. Lowercase. Just lowercase. Yeah, this is always going to be my y value for my my minimum or my vertex. Twice. Okay. Then I need to say where it's increasing. So where it has a positive slope. So if I went through and drew in my axis of symmetry, which side of the line has a positive slope? The left side or the right side? The right side has a positive slope. So the way I'm going to write that is x values greater than 2. Why is it greater than 2? No. Yeah, because of the x value. The range is always y, and it's either going to be greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, depending on which way it opens, up or down. It could be less than or equal to if it opens down. Okay? Yes, increasing and decreasing is less than. So on this one, for decreasing is where? On the left side, and how would I write that? No. Left and right is always the letter x. x is less than 2. Questions there? Yeah, there's always a practice on the backside of the notes. You can find the minimum by hand. That makes it more work. It's going to be less writing because I'm not going to write the steps for finding the maximum on the next one. Okay, can I move on to 2? It's the same thing, except instead of pressing 3, I press 4. Good? Okay. So number 2 wants me to find the maximum or minimum value of this equation. Oh. And then it also wants me to describe the x-intercepts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to y equals. I'm going to clear out my function from what I just did for number 1. And then I am going to type in this new one. Remember to use the white negative for the out front negative. So does everyone have their equation typed in? Okay, so when I go to graph it, okay, then what do I want to do to, oh, first of all, is it a maximum or a minimum? Maximum or minimum? Maximum, because it's a high point, like on a mountain. Okay. So then I'm going to go through the same steps. I don't know if that's there. I'm going to go through the same steps I did on number 1. I'm going to go second, trace, and it takes me to this screen. Instead of picking number 3, I should pick 4. Then it says left bound, so I want to move my cursor to the left side. I press enter. Then it says right bound, and move it to the right side. Press enter twice, and this time it tells me my maximum is negative 1, 8. It's point, yeah, it rounds to negative 1, because remember the calculator's really bad at rounding. Okay, so then my domain here is my range, yep. What else? Increasing. So is it increasing on the right side of 1 over here? No, it's decreasing. So this one, it actually switches up, and it's going to be x is less than negative 1, because this time it's on the left. Negative, because the vertex was a negative 1. The less than? Because the way we read graphs is left to right. So the more bright I go, the more up it goes on the left side. Because from like these 2 points, it's got a positive slope. So that's why I do the less than for the left. Because on the left side, it's got a positive slope. So then for my decreasing is going to be what? Mm-hmm. Okay, questions here?